Shri Gurave Namaha Yasya Kadapi Vasanancha Lakhelanotha Dhanyati Dhanya Pavanena Kritarthamani Yogindra Durgamagatir Madhusudanopi Tasya Namostu Vrishabhanubhuvo Dishepi. During these situations of mourning and bereavement, people try to satisfy themselves. This is a kind of a hypocritical gesture, that to satisfy themselves by feeling that this person after all has not died, he has only changed the dress. In Bhagavat Geeta, Vasamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya. Just as we keep changing our clothes every day, similarly the Atma is also changing this body and going from one body to the another body. So he has not died, he has only changed his dress. If you have this kind of an understanding that your bereavement, your feeling of mourning will come down, you feel satisfied that nothing bad has happened to our dear one. All these people are in a feeling of bereavement. They play out this philosophy that nothing has happened to the dear one, he has not died, he has only changed his dress and has gone to another body, he has taken another body. At the time of death, they hypocritically get into this philosophical mode and show some kind of a detachment. So if you understand this philosophy, your feeling of sadness will come down. So with this kind of a self-satisfaction, they put this Bhagavat Geeta. But when the person is alive, they will never allow him to fulfill his right for dharma and to be detached from all these relationships. They will always try to bind him. And that is why they don't listen to Gita in other times. Because if you listen to the Gita, then they will have to follow the path of detachment and surrender to the God. That they will never allow. But the actual purpose of Lord Krishna giving this kind of a philosophy is to make us realize that we are not the body and we are the soul. So we should not develop this attachment either for the body or for the bodily relationships. And we should carry on our duty, our path of self-realization, being detached to the relationships. Our attachment to the relationships should not come in the way of our spiritual path. For example, we often see in India that if the child, the son or the daughter is taking the spiritual path, then the parents become very sad that I wanted my son to become an engineer and go to America, and then he is taking the spiritual path. Now the son, whose right is to follow the spiritual path, gets affected by this kind of sadness that the parents experience. And it becomes very difficult for him to give up this attachment and go for the spiritual life. And for him it's like a Mahabharata situation where he is in a very great battlefield, where he is trying to fight these attachments and then fulfill his right for dharma. The purpose of giving the philosophy that I am not the body, I am the self, is to make a person to fight for his right to follow the path of spirituality. The same people who play out these tapes will not live by this teaching in the ordinary life. Right? They try to enjoy their relationships and then they try to enjoy the material nature together. They continue their bodily attachments. But only at the time of death, for some kind of a self-satisfaction, they put this tape. Right? Just to feel that nothing bad has happened. But the actual purpose is not that, as I have said, that we should listen to this, get this knowledge right from the childhood. And this knowledge should be given by the parents to the children, and they themselves should teach this knowledge and then lead him towards the path of spirituality and tell him that he has taken birth in order to get his right to follow the path of spirituality.